stopping inflating yourself or making yourself smaller will give you self-confidence. When you're around people that trigger you and make you lose your confidence, you basically have two choices. Whether to make yourself bigger and as if confident and make a lot of effort doing it, or make yourself smaller, squeeze yourself and bend and make yourself less confident this way. If you want to become confident in this kind of situation, you have a few things to pay attention to. First is the choice of I want not to be in this kind of situation where I have either to shrink or to expand. Both of them require a lot of effort and I'm losing myself in them and I actually become without confidence. The first point you should look at is how you're looking at yourself. How is your self-image? What do you see in yourself? Do you see yourself as weak? Do you see yourself as somebody that has to bend? Do you see yourself unable to deal with the fear or the excitement of the situation? If you see yourself like this, you create a situation where you immediately tell yourself not to be confident. So the first thing that you can do is, first of all, stop looking at yourself this way. Start to look for possibilities in which you can be confident. Second step is that you'll become aware of what you do in your muscles. We become tense, especially when somebody triggers us, is either very authoritative or makes us angry or irritate us, and then we start to either shrink or become bigger. But basically what is happening is that we become tense by the effort of either become smaller or bigger. So if we drop this tension, we create a situation where we can now breathe, we can now relax, and that's the third point that we have to look at, is the possibility of breathing in this kind of situation. When you feel threatened and you either respond by losing your confidence or trying to be confident and then you're not confident, you create a situation where you stop breathing. And then you lose a lot of the energy possible for you to be strong. Because confidence is the feeling that I'm strong and able to take whatever is there. If I stop breathing, this is gone. My body is oxygen starved and I'm weak. I don't have enough energy to deal with the situation. The most important point is the point in which you are afraid and you have to realize it, agree to it, and not try to repress it. Because the efforts of small or big is basically an effort of trying not to be afraid. When somebody triggers us, it's somehow provoked fear. Now, I can be the type of person that when I'm provoked with fear, I can get immediately angry or aggressive, or I can be the person that bends and becomes small and afraid and doesn't dare to say anything. So those two possibilities, or in between, are possibilities that actually deny the ability to be confident. Confident is that you are really physical and that you can relax into your fear. For this, you have to agree that you are afraid, to agree to feel the fear, but stay relaxed, stay breathing, and not look at yourself as a coward, because everybody is afraid all the time. So to agree to be afraid, to relax into your fear, gives you a much better chance to be confident. The last point is trying not to be physical. In a way, we are very tempted to jump into our mind and to be somewhere else, to disconnect from our body because our body is threatened. And if we move to with our minds to another place, then we feel less threatened. So what most of us do is to cut off the head from the body. We forget the body, and then we forget to breathe, we forget to relax, we forget to notice that there is fear in the body. We move in a way to a virtual world inside our heads. So what you need to do is, when you're breathing and you're relaxing, is to choose to be physical, to choose to be a body, to feel your feet on the ground, to feel your chest expanding with your breath, to feel your muscles relaxing, to feel the fear shivering in your body, and all of this will make you real and confident. If you find yourself in a situation where suddenly you're stressed, you're not breathing, you lost your confidence, you feel weak, you either try to pretend to be confident or you try to be smaller, but you're trapped in this situation. The first thing that you should do is basically to start breathing. To give yourself the energy through which you can be a bit clearer in your mind. Remember that you can pay attention to yourself and not look at yourself from the side, and decide to relax your muscles. And relax even more and feel your feet on the ground and be a body. And most of all, agree that you are afraid. Somebody is frightening you. Your response, whether anger or shame or guilt or whatever emotional thing is exchanging just the feeling of fear, drop it. Just agree to be afraid. When somebody triggers you, he found a way to press on the button that makes you afraid. This energy comes into your body. Our responses to fear are usually responses of trying to block it, repress it, cut away from it. The most important thing is when somebody triggers you is to relax and breathe and agree to be afraid. This way you'll find that actually courage or confidence, if you want, is the ability to relax into fear.